Hello and welcome to Will Watches. This is Carrie, the original 1976 version. Very excited for this. I don't know too much about this. I've seen maybe some of the iconic imagery, Carrie as like the prom queen, kind of covered in blood. And I believe she, as the main character, has some sort of supernatural powers. But that's pretty much all I know about this. Just that there are maybe some supernatural things going on here, and seeing the iconic imagery of her at prom covered in all her blood, right? And so before we jump into this, be sure to check out the Patreon page. Over there you can find an uncensored version of this reaction. I imagine this will be quite gory and there'll be stuff I can't show on YouTube and I'll have to blur. You can find that unblurred over there. You can also find a full-length version if you want to sync up your own footage and watch along with me. And you can also find polls so you can vote for us next. So yeah, let's just jump right in. This is actually, I think, my first Brian De Palma film as well.
Don't blow it, Carrie, hit it! Oh, Carrie!
Not very sporty, yeah.
A game with her on the team. Look at her. Come on.
Okay, yeah.
Shit.
Social outcast, okay. Of course. Makes sense. Is it a kind of revenge story about all the other people at school? These are all supposed to be high schoolers, right? What? And it's a Stephen King adaptation as well. Obviously, the uncensored version on Patreon will also have the nudity censored. I can't show that there either. Okay, just in the school showers, yeah. I don't know about you guys, but whenever there was school showers, school changing rooms, no one was ever actually naked. No one even used the school showers after PE and stuff, you know. But of course, that might be different for the girls as well. On a period? Oh, what are you doing? Oh. On that girl's white clothes as well. It seems, is she kind of like, she doesn't know what's happening there. She doesn't know what a period is. Is that a teacher just has a view of the changing rooms as well? Yeah, it seems. Oh. Yeah, the first sign of her powers.
Get out of here. Go on, right now. Move.
Something more supernatural. And why is this girl dressed up as Mario? What's she doing?
Carrie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Yeah, it seems Carrie, she's like a social outcast, but is she also...
Listen. I'm gonna talk to you about it now, okay? Now just calm.
She seems maybe mentally not all there. And that's why she's a social outcast as well.
Isn't she a bit old for her?
Her first period.
Yeah. Come late.
Until a half hour ago, I don't even think she knew there was such a thing.
Oh, split diopter, yeah.
But I don't know why that should surprise us. I mean, knowing that mother of hers.
Collins, we can't interfere with people.
Oh, something with a mother? Abusive mother or something?
See, the whole thing just made me want to take her and shake her too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just...
He was focusing on the blood on her shorts.
Oh, we'll send her home. Miss Finch, you sent in Cassie, right?
It's Carrie White.
Oh, it doesn't even get the name right, yeah.
You thought you might take the rest of the day and go home. Take care of yourself, Cassie.
Oh, come on. You've been corrected enough times.
And Carrie, you're dismissed from gym for a week. Just take study hall instead, okay?
Don't want to be put in that environment again with all the girls.
Creepy Carrie!
Oh. Yeah. So she's got a reputation in the neighborhood, but she can retaliate as well.
Oh, Mrs. White.
How have you been, Mrs. Snell? Fine. And the doctor?
This is Carrie's mum. Mrs. White, Carrie White.
I'm here on the Lord's work, Mrs. Snell. Spreading the gospel of God's salvation through Christ's blood.
Okay. Very religious, yeah. They said about her beliefs.
I have something here, Mrs. Snell, that I think you might profit from.
Mrs. White, I'd like to contribute.
But not actually listen to her readings, yeah. Just give her the money to get rid of her. Yeah, just keeping an eye out for when Mum comes home. She hiding away.
You're a woman now.
Why didn't you tell me, Mama?
Ah,
Made Eve from the rib of Adam. And it was weak and loosed the raven on the world. And the raven was called...
yeah, keeping her, like, not telling her about periods. It's just obviously scared her the first time it happened. You can't isolate someone from reality like that.
Her days and ways. Show her that if she had remained sinless, the curse of blood would never have come on her.
The curse of blood. It's just what happens, yeah. She hasn't done anything. Surely it would have happened to her as well, happened to Mum as well.
I believe this was the same curse, and this was a curse of childbearing. I think your book came...
Childbearing is the next. Obviously that's... yeah, what is it? Is this like their sin room? Like a punishment room? Ooh. Oh, the mum will totally think her like supernatural powers are satanic, right? Yeah, it's gonna break the glass or break the mirror. Does Mum might already know about the powers? Think that she's some sort of cursed child, you know? Maybe that's why she's always treated her this way.
What was that noise?
What noise?
Oh, the mirror is very obviously broken there.
Trampling down the wilderness. You people who peer into...
Oh, there's Mario again. She's obviously got a favourite outfit.
and peace enough to love each other as you never could.
He does have some magnificent hair.
This poem displays the most extraordinary talent. Extraordinary for you, Tommy Ross.
I was thinking it was going to be revealed he like copied it or something, copied it from someone.
Born, Gogan, Grace, Hargensen, Lit.
Oh god, yeah. School kids are brutal.
And spit out that gum.
Where'll I put it, Miss Collins?
You can choke on it for all I care. Just get it out.
Oh, she looks quite a lot like Sydney Sweeney, actually.
For this little trick you pulled was 3 days suspension
Oh,
and refusal of your prom tickets.
don't let them go to prom. Yeah, that's how you get to them.
But the office has decided you're to have 1 week's detention.
Oh, so the office let them off easy.
That's 50 minutes every day, starting today, on the athletic field.
I thought there might be some sort of kind of catch where you have to do something or other to earn your prom privilege back.
2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, stretch, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's a much better punishment than regular detention, having to do like a PE detention where you're doing more exercises.
And 12, and 13, and 14, and...
The thing is, are the girls all gonna blame this punishment they're getting on Carrie now? You know? Although it is deserved what they're getting, the way they'll interpret it, it's Carrie's fault that they're doing it. Not that it's because of their own actions.
Well, there are 10 minutes left. Stick 'em up your...
Oh! Yeah, this was a different time.
We can't get away with this if we all stick together, Norma!
All uprise against her.
Telekinesis, thought to be the ability to move or change.
Learning about her powers, yeah.
Tommy, if I asked you to do something
Yeah?
very special for me,
Oh, was she plotting?
I want you to take Carrie White to the prom.
Oh, set her Yeah, it was a setup. Take Carrie to prom. Oh yeah, and John Travolta. I saw his name in the in the opening credits.
How's it looking there?
I guess, yeah, it's fitting he was kind of the heartthrob of this time, always in kind of similar roles. Yeah, the police. Yeah, I could see that coming. I was waiting for that. It's another level of drink driving. Thing is, if these two are together, would it be common knowledge they're going to prom together? They're gonna have to stage a breakup so he can go with Carrie.
Billy, I hate Carrie White.
Who?
Yeah, to just bring it up in the middle like that. It's a very odd relationship they have. The back and forth. She said, I want you to do something for me. She's getting Billy to do something to do with Carrie as well.
If you don't have a date for the prom next Friday, would you like to go with me? See, they stop. Carrie? Carrie?
Yeah, she might automatically think it's a prank.
Go on, practice those drills from yesterday. I'll be right there.
You should have mentioned something about the poem, about how she said it was beautiful.
Tommy Ross asked me. He's really cute, huh? I know who he goes around with.
Yeah, they know it's a trick. She knows it's a trick.
I mean, maybe you really meant it. Hey, Carrie, let's think.
But also she might be put off because of Mum as well. Worried about getting into relationships and things with the way Mum was talking. About the curses of childbearing.
Your lips? Try some lipstick? You have nice, pretty lips and your cheekbones. Look at your hair.
You can tell it's a different era of teaching. You wouldn't be able to touch a student like that, talk about a student like that.
Well, I asked him to.
Why?
Okay, so she does know that it was a prank. She wasn't that naive.
You mean you're not gonna go? You're just gonna stay home and miss your own senior prom?
Yeah, for Carrie's sake.
We're not trying to hurt her, Miss Collins. We're trying to help her.
How?
I mean, if it was genuine, it would give her a confidence boost, but it's obviously not what they're doing. Is he going to their house? Carrie's mum really won't be happy then. It was hard to see if that was her house or not. There's like a longer lens, so it's more punched in.
Yes, you can.
Carrie?
You better go.
Not till you say yes.
No, I can't.
Yeah, use the threat of Mum as blackmail to say yes. She's more scared of Mum than she is of prom. Ooh. Oil? They're not going to burn something down, are they?
You was a real pig.
Will you let me up here? Will you let me up?
Break it in? Okay. There's a sign that said Bates Packing. Is that a little nod to Psycho?
Move it out. That's it. Come on. Move it out. Yeah.
What the hell are they doing? Breaking in to kill some pigs? Chris is really into it as well. I thought she would be disgusted.
I've been invited to the prom.
Oh, I'm surprised she's actually told her.
Please see that I'm not like you, Mom. I'm funny. I mean, all the kids think I'm funny. I don't want to be. I want to be normal. I want to...
Yeah, she just wants to blend in.
Come to your closet.
No. After all you've been talking.
Everyone isn't bad, Mama. Everything is...
Yeah, she just isolates her off. Everything's a sin.
He's a nice boy, Mom. You like him. You really like him, Mama.
Boy.
I mean, she obviously has had a kid. I mean, oh God. She said childbearing was one of the sins as well. Does she view Carrie as a sin because of that?
Mama, I'll get him. Please sit. Talk to me.
Oh. You can't blame that on her yet, but she's starting to get a bit more loose with the powers.
That's Satan's power.
It's nothing to do with Satan, Mama. It's me. Me.
She's actually revealing it. Wow.
He ran away, Mama.
The devil tempted him.
He ran away with a woman, Mama. Everybody knows that.
Oh. I'm surprised how much she's speaking back.
I'm going. You can't stop me.
She's got more power with the telekinesis, yeah.
Watch it, you stupid shit. You're getting blood all over the place.
Oh, pig's blood.
Who you calling stupid?
That's why we're killing the pigs. Is it pig's blood she's covered in the iconic imagery? I always assumed it was like blood of other people.
Go on the decorating committee.
No, I'm not late, Ernest. I'm right on time, pal. You know, I want to collect the ballots, you know, for the king and queen.
Oh, there we go, to rig it.
He can't do that. Where's Sue?
Kenny asked her.
What's she gonna wear?
Carrie?
A sackcloth?
Yeah, she was making herself a dress earlier, wasn't she?
I asked him to because I thought I owed it to Carrie.
And where's that put everybody else?
They gotta deal with it in their own.
Maybe Sue was doing it for the right reason, I don't know. But obviously Chris has got this plan with the blood.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna be in on it?
I kind of thought Sue and Chris would be in cahoots here. Oh, Mum would hate this, wouldn't she?
He looks beautiful. You can look good. You'll make a good impression for once in your life. Would you go out with me?
Not with Ruffles.
All right. Well, you don't.
Tuxedo body.
Ruffles, you always gotta make a joke, right? No, I just don't like Ruffles.
Like, no, they have tuxedos here for you.
What? You just sped up for a second, yeah. That was an odd choice, it to suddenly speed up through that conversation a bit. I was like, is that right? But the subtitles still lined up.
I can see your dirty pillows.
They're called breasts. And every woman has them.
Is Tommy actually going to come and meet Mum?
He's gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you.
Mum does kind of know that it's not genuine, though. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I'm wondering about Sue, because, like...
I'll tell him that you changed your mind.
Obviously, she said to the teacher, like, yeah, I'm doing it for Carrie's own good. But when she's in private talking to another person, she was saying it was for Carrie's own good as well.
I love you, Mama.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Need to say to Mum, you know, obviously nothing's going to happen. Say I won't even kiss him. We're just going to go and dance.
If they self-destruct, I'll dance with you.
She never takes that hat off, does she?
I had a date with the captain of the basketball team, and he was 6'7" tall.
6'7". Wow.
And we had to get out and walk the last half mile to the prom. So by the time I got there, my feet were so covered with blisters.
Yeah, just barely walk.
It was magic. Is it like that for you?
It's
Yeah, it's not quite magic.
You'll never forget it.
Hey, what's going on here, huh?
What do you do with my date?
Yeah, she said she'll never forget it, but not for the right reason.
We could stop in at the Beehive for a couple minutes.
Never been there.
No? Good. Well, then let's go.
I don't know. Maybe he's just a really good actor. Tommy's a really good actor, but I feel like there is some genuine niceness here. Maybe it is actually once he's kind of getting to know her, he's actually like spent some time with her and seeing her as an actual person, or is it just really all an act? Wow. I'm just waiting for all of this to be like taken away though, yeah.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, especially everyone knows it's like about Sue.
Because I asked you.
Yeah, things are speeding up, maybe spiraling.
Because you like my poem? Only I didn't write it, somebody else did.
Yeah, I called that from the start. Yeah, I don't know, that all seemed quite genuine there. Am I crazy? Would I fall for that trick as well?
Just take your seats, please, and we've got to vote for the king and the queen.
Okay, yeah, this is where it's all gonna go wrong. Oh, cutting back to Mum. Yeah, that knife. Focus on that knife.
Will you close that a little bit? Jesus, you want to get caught.
Oh, I guess, yeah, with Chris being banned from the prom, no one's questioning why she's not here.
Ballots, can I have your ballot, please?
Thanks, Senate. Well, thank you.
I'm surprised it's just them kind of rigging the vote. The guy's going to be counting. I thought they might go around the school and say, hey, everyone vote for Carrie. We've got a plan. People would go along with it. Or at least enough would that she'd win. Sue's here to witness the whole thing. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Sue and Chris are in cahoots, though.
Carrie White!
What does she think of this? Actually winning. Ah, yeah. Some actual happiness is just going to be ripped away from her. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see what Tommy's reaction is going to be to the blood pouring on her, you know? Yeah. Is Sue's smile there a genuine smile? Or a smile because she knows what's happening? Maybe. I don't know if I'm too suspicious of Sue and Tommy, or if I'm naive. See, Sue has the opportunity to stop it here. If she realizes in time. Oh, yeah. She's seen that she's here. Sue maybe get the blame. Oh, yeah, it's right on the edge. People are realizing. Oh, the tension. It's I felt my heart sink there, even though I know what's going to happen. Get back over there. Yeah, she's actually caught the act before it's gonna happen. Ah. She could have stopped it. And it's all good intentions from the teacher here, but... Yeah, so Sue and Tommy were actually being genuine all that time. There it is. Yeah, it's not even... Look at the crowd's reaction. It's actually all disgust. There will be a few laughs. Yeah, Tommy's mad. I'm sorry for being so suspicious of you. Oh, hits him as well. Yeah, she's the only one laughing. They're not even actually all laughing like this, are they? This is what she's seeing. Love that kaleidoscope effect.
Trust me. Trust me, Carrie. You can trust me.
I don't know, yeah, I mean, what's the response with her powers and everything?
Trust me, Carrie.
Oh. Oh, she was closing the doors. I thought she had sensed Chris and Billy there. Yeah, no one knows about her powers. Oh, the hose? It's not the worst thing she can do with her powers. It's spraying people. I guess, you know, in the days after, the attention's not going to be on her. It's going to be about being locked in the hose as well. soaking everyone. Mixing with electricity. Did Chris and Billy actually get out of here? They managed to escape all of this when they deserve the revenge the most. Yeah, there we go. Did he die? Yeah, teachers. God, actually, it's just such a different political landscape now. Ooh. Compared to when it was made. Oh my god. Everything's burning around her, yeah. Look at that. The imagery is so iconic though. See, I thought it would be much more kind of revengey, the whole school in it, but actually a lot of the students in there weren't. They were just being burnt alive. It was only really like 5 or 10 people who were actually doing it all. She's just gonna hit her, or was going to. I mean, that's just a straight up murder attempt. The spinning frame? Okay. Wow. And back home to Mum, yeah. What the hell? Mum's response. We already saw Mum with the knife. Whatever was going on there. Yeah, Mum's been doing something. Oh, Mum, it took me a second to notice her. Yeah, there she is. And it'll be a shock to her seeing all this blood. Now it's a red dress. Mum's just still waiting behind that door.
Mom?
Oh, yeah, with those...
They left from me.
I thought those stairs there.
Hold me, Mama. Please.
What's she doing?
I should have killed myself when he put it in me.
Oh.
After the first time, before we were married, Ralph promised never again.
It's premarital, yeah, so she sees it as a sin, as a curse.
But sin never dies.
So he's going to try and kill Carrie now?
All that dirty touching of his hands on me, all over me. I should have given you to God when you were born.
Yeah.
But now, the devil has come home. Oh.
She sees her as the devil still.
My father, why me? How did I make
Yeah. Reaching for that knife. Ah! I thought she might have sensed it and stopped it with her powers. Making it across, wow. Mum knows all about the powers though. I'm surprised she's not scared of them. Yeah. Oh. Read what Mum's thinking. There always seems to be some joy in there. Whoa. Is she bringing down the house as well? Oh, the music, yeah. Oh, maybe leave the mum in the... Oh no, she's gone into the room. I'm gonna say leave mum in the house to die in the rubble, so then you've got a reasonable kind of excuse. Yeah, burning down the house. This house that was the cause of so much of her trauma. But is she going out with it as well? Yeah, it's the exact same pose Mum was in. Because I saw her there and thinking, oh, she's not quite in a cross, one hand's higher, but this Jesus figure they've got there, one of the hands is slightly higher. Okay. Was that Sue's mum's house? Is Sue the only survivor in the school because the whole thing burnt?
Oh, Betty, thank God it's you. I don't think I could have handled one more reporter.
Yeah, the news would be all over it, of course.
Well, he said that she's young enough so that she'll forget all about it in time.
No, you can't forget.
With Tommy and all the others gone.
Tommy died as well. I was wondering if Tommy was an accidental victim with the bucket hitting his head and getting knocked out, but then of course the whole thing burnt down and he was definitely caught up in that anyway. What does that say? Carrie something about hell as well. Carrie White burns in hell, wow. And again, yeah, it's like a cross, even this for Sal Post. Ooh. Oh, was that all a dream? She was dreaming of that there. Oh, that got me good. Even there was a little bit of me suspecting, could she survive, come out the ground there? That was just a dream. Or some suitcases. Maybe it would be a good idea to move. Wow, there we go. Okay, so that was Carrie. That was amazing. Obviously, I went in knowing about the blood scene, and even with knowing that, the build-up and the tension to that moment was really, really great. And it didn't play out in the way I expected, you know. I was thinking going into this, it'll be a kind of revenge kind of story, and the whole school year is out to get her, but really it isn't the case. It's just, I don't know, 5 or so students. It's Chris and Billy and Nora as well. They were the main like bullies here, and the rest of the school, you know, a lot of people looked disgusted when it happened with the blood. They weren't all laughing, even though that's what she saw in her head. And then for the backlash to that, I thought, okay, she's got her powers. She will, you know, attack and maybe kill some people. But really, it's on a much bigger scale. Burning down the whole building with everyone inside is much more tragic. It's not this kind of cathartic revenge, really. And in today's political climate, it hits a lot different compared to when it was made and when it was written. There's some very obvious parallels nowadays to Columbine, Sandy Hook. That's obviously not the intent because those hadn't happened at that point, but nowadays, yeah, it hits different. It's a completely different environment we're in when it comes to schools and comes to disasters at schools, and when you draw the parallels there, it still is very effective and traumatizing, and that whole sequence, yeah, it was far more tragic than I was anticipating. And I do wonder, there are like 2 other remakes. I wonder if those remakes tap into that a bit. One was early 2000s, one was early 2010s. So I wonder if those kind of tap into that, tap into some of that fear, tap into maybe the imagery. I know if I was kind of tasked with a remake, that would be the direction I would go, because it seems so evident to me that the comparison's there, you know, because in the end, you know, Carrie, maybe not even intentionally, ends up killing the people who were as well nice to her. Sue, Tommy, Miss Collins. I was obviously very doubtful of Sue and Tommy for a long while there. I don't think you can blame me for being suspicious there, just, you know, knowing the type of film it is and knowing how some characters can act. I was suspicious of their intentions, as was Miss Collins, and I think it did end up being like it was actually genuine to help her, but I just was worried there. I think I eased more into it once we saw kind of Tommy and Carrie dancing at the prom, because there was this kind of charm to Tommy, and I was just sitting there like, no, this feels genuine. This does feel like a genuine niceness that he is doing here. It doesn't feel like there's some grander plot. And obviously we knew Sue and Chris weren't in cahoots, and they were arguing before, and it was the moment when Sue was talking to that other girl and they were talking in private, and Sue was still saying it's for her own good, you know, there's no reason for in private her to be like keeping up a lie like that. So I was suspicious, but it ended up being that they were actually doing a good thing there. And by the time I'd realised they were actually being genuine in their actions there, it added this whole other layer to Sue coming in and seeing, you know, the plot, figuring out what was going to happen. And obviously I knew it was going to happen, but this tension there was still so good. The kind of slow-mo, her trying to get to the rope, and Miss Collins seeing her and being doubtful and kicking her out. And obviously Miss Collins had the best intentions, and Miss Collins did actually end up saving Sue there. Sue was the only survivor. Yeah, it just wasn't this moment I was expecting. I was expecting maybe it to be a kind of moment of catharsis, revenge, getting back at all of these people, but it really isn't that at all, is it? And, you know, I think as well, part of it is Carrie locked all the doors, but I don't think it was as kind of intentional or even conscious, perhaps, because she locked all the doors. She didn't start the fire. I mean, she was spraying the people with the water, and then there was the electricity, but that wasn't all her. It was also like people panicking and things getting set alight. She obviously kept the doors closed once she got out, and then they all burnt, but it did almost feel like she was almost in a trance, in a daze there, just filled with this rage. Just how much of that was kind of a conscious choice on her behalf, and how much of it was just like this in the moment, this rage, this overwhelming emotion that she had. And obviously what she was seeing in her head wasn't the reality. She was seeing Miss Collins laugh, which obviously she wasn't. She was seeing all of these people laughing at her. Her mental state wasn't aligning with reality there either, was it? And then you had all of the stuff with Mum. Maybe that's a bit more where the satisfying revenge stuff comes in, because that was far more deserved with Mum, especially with Mum explicitly trying to kill her as well. And there was, you know, at the start about the periods, it is a thing, this kind of pattern I've noticed with the kind of overly religious people. They withhold information to try and protect, but it never actually protects. Like her withholding the information about periods, and it makes Carrie obviously look like an outcast. But then, you know, we have the same with kind of LGBT stuff, where religious people want to have any references to like gay people banned in a way to stop their children from becoming gay, which isn't how that works. The emotions and the feeling, that isn't going to change your child. It's just changing the kind of language and the viewpoint that they view their sexuality through. Like, obviously withholding this information about periods wasn't going to stop her ever getting a period. That's just a natural body response, isn't it? And it's just reminding me of, like, in America at the moment, there are people who are like advocating to stop sex education in schools because they think it's teaching their kids how to be gay, or like wanting them to stop teaching pronouns when they don't even know what a pronoun actually is. It's just a tool of language that doesn't actually protect or stop your child from learning and experiencing these things. It's just unnecessarily sheltering them, and even sometimes more damaging, because, you know, sex education at that age is more teaching about consent. It's leaving them more open to be abused. It's not helping in the slightest. And we kind of see that with Carrie there. She doesn't know a thing about periods, so when it hits, she doesn't know how to react. She thinks she's dying. She thinks, why am I bleeding like this? She doesn't know what's going on with her own body, and all of the other schoolgirls are informed, so they make fun of her for it. And before going into this, I was wondering, because I obviously knew about her covered in blood, that imagery, if there would be more of like an allegory about puberty here at all, and the blood represents like period blood, and we get obviously some of that at the start with her not knowing what her period was, but it wasn't quite that route that I'd kind of maybe thought it could have done. And I've just seen that Stephen King based this somewhat on his own experience, some social outcast girls at his school, and one of them took their own life. And there's a similar story at my school, and with this boy Jack, and I couldn't watch this film without constantly seeing Jack in here. That was maybe why I was so suspicious of Sue and Tommy, because there was this boy at my school who one day all of the popular kids decided they wanted to be friends with him, and they weren't actually being friends with him. They were being friends with him because it was funny, because it was a joke, because he was this outcast. And that's maybe where I thought that plot point was going with Tommy and Sue. And it wasn't till much later, it was 2 or 3 years ago, we finished school and went on with our lives, and he had struggled with depression a lot. And yeah, 2 or 3 years ago we lost him, and I just couldn't stop myself from seeing him in this story as well, you know? It's all just so real here, and still so relevant today. And obviously, well, talking about this and comparing it to these shootings, it's not a perfect comparison, because what Carrie did here wasn't premeditated, but there are a lot of ways this does reflect real life as well, with, you know, being abused from a young age, almost groomed into a certain set of beliefs at a young age through her family, through her mother, and then the bullying she experiences at school. You know, is not a perfect comparison, because those don't always align. It can just be, you know, someone who's an incel, and not everyone who does it was bullied or has the same beliefs, but there's definitely something there, a pattern there. And I think it just makes the film even more kind of affecting and brutal and disturbing here. Okay, so I think that's everything. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this discussion down below. And if you really love this, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date on all future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.